More Minecraft. We're gonna get back to this. I'm really itching to play some more, and I'll probably put a couple more videos up tonight. Well, or at least do a couple more videos tonight, because I'm itching to play. I've been waiting for this update for a little while, so I'm sure, of course, everybody has. But give me some more interesting stuff to do, and I can't just play in small little bursts. So we're starting right back up where we left off. I'm gonna probably have a little counter down the corner that will kind of keep track of the nights and days. It'll be just a little temporary pop-up down the corner like this, and it'll kind of just keep track of the time, day. Well, not time, but like, you know, night cycles and what day we're on. And this is night 1. Hooray! Like I said, I'm still kind of iffy on exactly where I'm going to put my base at. The first indications of a good area, I think, are, well, kind of just creative area to start with. You have to have someplace interesting to go if you're going to want to really play with it all that much. And this game in particular, I've got this nice giant cliffside right off to the right out here, and that'll probably be my starting zone. So I'll probably put at least something. It might not be a permanent base, but it'll definitely be more of a station than just this little hole in the wall I've got going right now. This is, again, one of those, you know, for your safety type holes, and it's not anything really interesting that I'm going to want to invest a lot of time into, so for now we're just using it as our location to do a little work. Now, hopefully, and keeping an eye on the audio levels here, because my microphone or my computer, one of the two, it has not been cooperating with me as far as the sound levels have gone, and the original audio that I recorded for this was way too quiet, and I couldn't edit out enough of the noise. This, you know, piece of junk $7 microphone is not, you know, for quality recording or anything, so we're kind of just dealing with it. But I've also noticed some other little artifacts popping into the audio, and if that makes it through to the final version, then I apologize. But I'm hoping to minimize as much of that as we can, and hopefully the next bit of commentary will be live again. I want to keep, you know, as much of the live commentary as possible, because I think it's just more interesting that way. Me sitting around talking about stuff in post isn't quite as enjoyable. I mean, because it's sort of like I'm just commenting on stuff that I already know is going to happen, and if there's not anything interesting going to happen, it's kind of hard to really be enthralled about anything that's going on here, nor will I have any really great conversation to add to it if it's, you know, hey, this the whole time, me mining. Hey, but I'm mining in a pumpkin helmet. You can't say that happens every day. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to start probably on top of that hill. I'm probably going to go out first thing, and it'll probably be the next video, because day breaks just right after this. The trees, I'm going to have to reharvest a bunch more trees, lumber for the ladders, so I can. There's a rather sharp cliffside up this hill over here, and while I could just make a little staircase out of the dirt, dig my way up, I think it'd probably be a lot quicker to just have a ladder going all the way up instead. And, well, I know or at least there was, I didn't quite see if I catch it there, but there is a creeper out there right off the very edge of the light area, and as much as I'm like debating it, and I kind of cave into the fact that I really want to go start collecting some snow, because the one time I've actually like played any snow or a snowy world for any amount of time, I've always just kind of dug up a bunch of snow and made things with it. I think it's more interesting when you have more materials to start, especially snow, because it's real easy. And I'm curious to see if it actually melts once it's in block form, because it melts melts on the ground now, but I'm wondering if the block form will actually melt now too. And yeah, I kind of, like I said, I don't know what it is, and with my health kind of the way it is, my brain slips every once in a while, and I'll accidentally either, try to make items in my normal inventory or make things out of the material I don't really want to make things out of. So bear with me, folks, but we'll get to we'll get to more competent playing, I'm sure. Nighttime is usually better for me anyway. Let's see. What else? We kind of don't have anything else going on at the moment. Eventually I do gotta break down and take the pumpkin head off, because it's, especially if I'm going to come out here and collect snow, it's not a very good idea to have your vision obscured. I'm also going to have to test out fishing here too, and I should be able to, since I've got a decent amount of water, not only just here, but maybe south, but right just off the side here, there's still the coastline, so hopefully that'll be plenty of water. I haven't, actually messed around with fishing at all, so we're gonna see how that works out. And I don't notice any music particularly in this video. Like I said, I like the music. I love it, the ambient type tones, and I've always been like I kind of grew up, went to high school listening to a bunch of ambient stuff, like Future Sound of London's Lifeforms album, and if you watched any of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays, I kind of slipped some of that music in there. Oh, hey, day's breaking. And, if I could really sit down and make some decent ambient music, I'd even make some of my own to toss in here. But I don't know exactly how well I can make a decent ambient tune, so we'll see. If my health gets any better, I might mess with that kind of stuff again. So yeah, I come outside and get ready to, I break my shovel, and then immediately I notice there's a zombie in the corner of my eye coming at me. And then a skeleton pops out of that hole right over there to the left, so again, something I haven't dealt with in a while, because I've been playing a lot of multiplayer, and you don't have to worry about, enemy spawns or even healths there, so I'm not even paying attention to my hit points with this, and it will come to bite me in the ass when I actually decide to go try to explore this hillside. But we will collect a few things that these guys have dropped. So there's a few feathers. I think there was an arrow. I think we already got it. I think that there's another skeleton here somewhere. No. I kind of wish items wouldn't, immediately go to your inventory either. I kind of like the fact that, there's stuff that I really don't want to put in my inventory slots, so, especially things like arrows. I mean, there's no need for them to ever be in my inventories, or in my, usage slots, so. But, that's just nitpicking. That's not really important. What is important is collecting more snowballs, because I need those. I don't know how much damage they do. I don't even know if they do actual damage. I know you can hit creatures with them, but I've never actually, sat around and killed anybody with them, nor have I really cared to try, because it usually is entirely worthless. So I have sat around and smacked creepers with a snowball every once in a while just to keep them on their toes. Keep them away from me, especially when I don't have a ranged weapon. So yeah, this is the cleft side I'm going to scale. Well, I'm going to try to scale this video, but I don't quite make it. But, since there are pigs here, I'm going to take care of them, because I totally remember I need to start stocking up on foodstuffs. This isn't multiplayer, so I do need those animals for good reason. harvest a little bit more lumber. I'm gonna have to go find a decent source of that too. Or I might explore a little bit. Well, not next video, but the video after that probably, and find a good place to dig up a decent forest or something, or just some greenery that I can go plant forest without having to melt all the snow around it. Let's see what else we got. Chickens. I don't even bother with chickens until I have the material to make bows. So just collecting some more snowballs. So, if anybody has any other suggestions, I've thought about. I saw that little arch over there, and I thought maybe I could. I almost considered trying to make another little hanging house, but it's probably not the best idea. Especially that arch doesn't look very big, so it's probably not worth trying to create an arch way out of it big enough for an actual hanging house sort of situation. But I figured maybe the top of the cliff would probably be at least an interesting spot to start with this time. And then from there we can find someplace else, or if anybody has any suggestions. I'm sure next video I'll get up to the top of this thing actually, and we'll get a good view of the surrounding landscape, and we can find, see if there's anything else that's more interesting. I do at least have to start some sort of good base foundation, so I have some place to come back to safely where I can work on stuff and still have a place to dig around, maybe scare up some stray minerals here and there. I've never really had too much luck with the just digging straight down type situation. I mean, I do run into the occasional vein of various ores here and there, but I mean, it's not nearly as good as just spelunking around in some caves. I will get up to the top of that hill, though. I will get up there. Alright. Oh yeah, and then I do notice, however, that my hit points are very low. So I'm like, I need to take care of this. So I go back. We call it a day. Well, I'll call it a video, morally. Of course, I'm going to show off my wonderful cooking skills. I will start out next video. I will have organized stuff a little bit, so I won't have, an inventory full of junk just laying around. We will then scale up to the top of the hill and figure out what we're going to do from there. I'll probably set up the ladders too, so we can get an easy path up and down that cliffside without, me getting killed. Hopefully, I don't get killed. I might have jinxed myself though, and now I'm probably going to get killed as soon as I start the game up again. But regardless, we've got some stuff to work with now, and once I get up to the top of the cliff, I will have a little place to start working on. I do believe I'll need another shovel though, and probably another pick. Pig. Cooking some pig. See, again, like I said, it would have been kind of nice to have some more music in here, but it didn't quite happen this time around, so. I'll make a storage box real quick, and I'll store some of this crap for next time around. Until then, this has been Ampillion, and have a good one.